This should be our final stop. Cetaria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything!
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before. Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember. If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure. But you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
Familiar faces should be enough for Cetaria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Cetaria face her problems.
Cetaria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Cetaria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Cetaria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages. So how do we set that up?
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Cetaria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Cetaria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I possess them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, it'll basically be as if you possessed them yourself.
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does she have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
I've been observing humans for a while. I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully...
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Oh, here she comes. Satari is here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I am listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Are you sure? Those aren't ringing a bell for some reason.
Well, actually, they have many names.
Huh, I see. I imagine...
So, which fortune?
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth. The gods are asking Sitaria, why?
Why haven't I gone home?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home?
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all. The Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago. Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Oh, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harvard-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sitaria.
He's out of Keems now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Gardening? But don't you hate everything to do with plants? I still remember getting mad at you for secretly throwing away the bonsai that I gave you as a present.
You see, a friend told me that the secret to self-improvement is to work on things you're not so good at.
Fair enough. I didn't think that was something you would consider. Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time... Actually, while we're talking about him, Is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Come on! Sataria's already started...
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who worked side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matra right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try...
You won't necessarily lose your...
How do you...
That's not important. If you could provide some...
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much...
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always... let me see...
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the God of Wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of Wisdom and Guardian of the Scholars?
No. The truth is the true Guardian of Scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. Absence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep. Anyway, enough off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
No, I think she's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer. Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. Of the night.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City! What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tighnari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after? Yeah. Things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside. You mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some... Even though he turned it down at the time, he might... There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Take it easy.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating ferry. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the...
The outcast? An outcast from the Academia? But why wouldn't the Doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle...
Gotcha.
shines eternal!
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercy? Yeah. Looks like we'll have to. But this doctor guy seems like a. Going up against smart people.
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon.
Chloe! It's nice to see you again. Are you doing alright?
To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elizard, as a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the...
Oh, Chloe. Speaking of Tainari.
Oh, Master Tainari... I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari... No, to leave in such a hurry? I know that before he became...
A research base. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't...
Got it. We'll do... Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be... Plus, it's not like even a pool of...
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida.
Huh? But I was...
Well, we understand that point.
When you left, instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. Luckily, I gave a wink also.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to... Plus,
we shouldn't give up hope.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get...
Yes, I have. You didn't come here.
We're looking for a scholar we know.
Okay.
Take it easy. Traveler?
It is you!
The voice! It's Hypatia!
What a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporno life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating when my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was!
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't, remember? I promised my current self has no—
You can do that?
I've never heard.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with—
Weird.
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help—
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Baladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filth.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no peri-porno life, but rather...
You! I found
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought. Wait, have I already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be... Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey, but even in a moonless night, a shower..."
Oh no! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes... Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and light. Huh. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, but...
Paimon. That's all right. A scholar's curious. I've spent some time with you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh.
Ah, that. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of
Huh? Did you see something? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation. doctor, and from your description, but then...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out.
I'll stay here for now. If you're planning to go into... Come find me here if there's...
Thanks, Kainari. Hope...
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
We finally made it to Caravan Rebot. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Ruka Divine.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Hatham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Hatham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their order.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes and these days, you're more fascinating than anything to see. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating. Everyone says which brings me back to you. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in
Al-Hatham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail.
So that's your answer. But that does prove you do have no.
That's right.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru.
It's always better to...
Take it easy.
Another test. Jab and cross.
Rebuild!
Quietly now.
Scatter!
Illusion shattered!
Becomes
hunted.
Gotcha.
We got counted.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
There is no escape!
Take it easy.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it.
Cyno. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a...
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal type. Yes. General Mahamatra.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Cyno. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, or as far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that, if I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your...
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh! What you would do, Traveler?
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have...
Oh, this wind is...
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Gee...
Pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right, now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within Aru Village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to... If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm. And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two...
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance. I will never give up on this investment.
Cyno seems to have the quest now that he's no longer. Well, Cyno, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a.
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we just...
Yes, I was indeed tasked. After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you
a most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of info. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. So, had I been less guarded...
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose...
I'd already given up on the assignment, so it came as quite a surprise.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe...
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for... After all...
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself...
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you...
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clear. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness. I had nothing going on, but then I saw these two random guys in...
Is that all? Well, I will admit that...
That's more like it. I missed you all so much.
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry.
Creature?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without...
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she...
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it.
Leave this round to us.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane, and
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Take it easy. Things are about to get dicey.
Germinate! Hold the line! Now you shall perish! Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
what we fought just now was probably the aftermath.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands... I am the chief of Aruvi...
Sir, I am also...
I can't say that besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes.
Another... So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest.
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional...
Everyone in Aruville,
Village Keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me...
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave.
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you...
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will...
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, but, is it really...
I'll be grateful for the... Let's start by finding... Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our One of my former subordinates, the Academia has... When Mad Scholar initially, Aru Village was struck suddenly, despite the powerful tremor after that.
Soft green light? Paimon thinks so too.
In theory...
Oh, no wonder...
If you are able to... So, what do you... Really?
What? You don't...
No. Lesser Lord Kusan... The Academia... In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have...
No way! Nahida definitely...
I've spent many years interrogating criminals.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eye... How can this be? To think... Our...
Alright, now it's our turn to put... But easier said than done.
Excuse me, are you here to help?
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isa.
Is your grandpa...
Hey, don't say that.
The person you're referring to is not a local...
Grandpa is just... I heard everything you said to the...
Ah, I was planning to go out at...
Whoa.
Sorry,
All right.
Cyno is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Isak's parents were both Aramite, unfortunately. Later. However, one summer night, the oft mumbling and... So Grandpa walked the next morning. It's said that those who saw the Isak was thrilled that his
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad.
Perhaps. It's also
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over...
Huh? What did you say, Cyno?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way...
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please...
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you got...
We've cleared everything...
Really? Yeah!
All right.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms. Anything else?
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
Right, but honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange.
Do you also think Grandpa and the...
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. He was actually the one who protected... It still feels pretty surreal now. Well, whatever the case.
Gotcha!
Take it easy.
Have you seen my...
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I
Oh, yeah.
I've known you since...
Wow.
Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything. Let's head over there.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only still.
Haven't you noticed? Delavar was saying that many people also went in. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's...
Huh.
Exactly. Those city folks...
Now, repeat everything you've just said.
Huh?
Who are you? Where...
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's go-
Let's not get on his bad side, okay?
Okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will return to...
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the Academe. Would you want to live like this if Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side?
Is that...
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking. But then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumor said. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these...
The people here really like the Scarlet...
Where is this radical...
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't...
No, not at all. We wouldn't...
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not.
I have many ways to stop, so you'd best just stay home, don't do anything.
Yes, got it.
That scared Paimon half to death. Cyno is pretty... He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
I heard.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is.
I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you...
Yes. Now that I concentrate.
Wait, sure.
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at time in the forest?
What are you looking for?
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the trait in the size and shape, the scent is quite faint.
But who would come look?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with...
Huh? So you can lure... Hey! What's wrong?
Exactly. Even deep within the clutch...
No. So, someone's taking advantage. Are the rumors really true? Could the disappear...
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better help...
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about...
Take it easy.
Right. A darker fabric.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here!
You bet. So...
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of...
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make... It seems someone...
Makes sense.
So what...
If it was any other day, didn't you say that the villager got his...
If Paimon remembers correctly...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the Scar-Riddled... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrect... Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know this place...
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Cyno.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsider, the desert is unforgiving. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier. I need to go... Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and...
Alright, sounds like a plan. Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed.
I know what you mean. I had the same question. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sand? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia.
No. Besides, we're...
Yep, we got it. Shh.
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful. Our mission started the moment we arrived. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find... Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You... Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's,
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say... My friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely...
So...
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have.
I've got a spice trading deal from another to keep...
Yes. How can...
Yeah. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. Not only do I...
So, you... So you and Del...
But you got one thing.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Del...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue...
Delavar. And Enger. You're here too, huh?
Long time no see. Dia, I thought...
Yeah.
See?
You're not wrong.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, Traveler.
Following order.
New punching bag.
Shine down! Uphill battle!
Spring forth!
Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now.
Taurus, bring refuge!
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zach? I'm guessing you're informed. And of course, you would believe even though you heard that so-called flame. That's what you thought. And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. Okay, that...
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in
No task can be done.
Oh, but
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple.
Oh, you mean...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to... Alcohol has a way of making people...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find... That's what you wanted to ask, but...
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't.
Wow, what a genius idea!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual play...
So... About how mercenaries only care about Mora. And that anyone's a friend as long as the...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia? Do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the lesser. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary... I've begun to realize that, but I see through it all.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. This should be all of them.
All right.
Candace will be okay. She's been guarding Aru village for quite...
While I'm questioning...
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots... Right on time.
Paimon's been...
We've known each other for some time now.
Oh, Paimon!
Yep, I guess you... Us mercs, on the other hand...
But Paimon thinks you're...
Really?
Oh, Cyno's here!
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some...
Oh! You mean you taught...
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, Whoa! You look furious!
Do I?
Oh, there's no mask that can...
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yeah, please.
Well, looks like Cyno...
You fear death. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here.
You've made your bed.
We may both be dust. The people of Aru. A war would only...
I'll tell you everything.
I'm listening.
You might... Some mystery...
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll...
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him.
That's one.
Huh?
Strike.
Wait, I'm telling you... He got us to lure... You gotta believe me, please.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me.
I believe I may know what's going...
Uncle Anpa.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this some time ago, it strikes me now.
Which means, they were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back?
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want?
People are nothing but tools in the eye. Regardless.
You're right.
Time to go.
Yes.
You got it.
All right.
Let's meet back here. Let's get some food in us and where did you come?
Well,
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Hey, what's with the silence?
you never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy!
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here. So we thought no... Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're...
While you were investigating,
Really?
to be honest, not to mention that...
Huh? Right?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to...
What is that?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're... In other words, do you truly believe every single...
You mean...
Hiding the truth. Remember what Gandis... By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concern. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's... The reason being...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a...
Don't change...
It's quite obvious that...
Right.
She corrected herself.
I think it's been...
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village and... By getting involved with an outsider...
I'll pass. You said that she is a
We're on it!
Take it easy.
Miss Shawnee,
Mr. Alhaitham.
Huh?
go ahead and talk to her. Go on.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you hi, Traveler. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any... But even so, we've met lots of people from different... We have friends and...
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay.
The fact is that I'm Only one side. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King.
Speaking of which, the rat...
Yeah. Slowly, I just stopped talking to and then it happened.
You can tell them.
All right. I actually have... Perhaps. It used to be louder and more frequent. But
I confirmed this with the god. Because we're in the middle of a desert, you would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
there's really nothing around these parts, except for...
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
Sounds good to me.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Monsters, watch out! Exterminate! Hold the line. Tournament of the Deep!
Get dicey.
Scatter! Spring forth!
Inazuma shines eternal.
They were easy, He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game, too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take...
Hey,
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
and just like that, what are you eating? Let Paimon...
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion?
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey! Paimon's your and anyway, so Paimon's... Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below. Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
looks like there are...
Game's up. Fun's over.
Shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Take it easy.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak. Also,
Didn't expect to see him here.
you know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar king.
No. And that's... Razak was never involved in any of those things. Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing...
Loaded with...
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your... Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The Academia... It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that the Radicals needed, and those based in Aru Village leapt into action, as well as being able to exploit the Radicals for their own ends. Life for the Desert Dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Even if complications arise, the notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with... but there's still one very...
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were... An exile is still... If you can't find some...
Resource...
One possibility is that the information in their brains...
Extracted?
With the technology of the Sumer, perhaps the process...
So, the human brain...
I'm the Academia's... Anyway, judging by Razak's state, or perhaps his curiosity...
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next...